I'm going to try not to move the screen too much. I'm kind of literally balancing two laptops here. Okay, this is from the HuffPost, which is obviously a pretty left-wing source, but it's via other reports as well. And the report is that the presenter, Eamonn Holmes, was involved in, well, what really should be a non-issue, but has turned into a story somehow. And this is the headline from HuffPost. ITV deny Eamonn Holmes was reprimanded for calling Meghan Markle uppity after viewer complained the word is racist. Viewer. A single viewer. Now that's the issue that I want to bring into this video. I'll read out a bit of the report to give some context here. ITV has denied reports that they reprimanded Eamonn Holmes for calling Meghan Markle uppity on this morning. It follows a complaint from a viewer, we're talking about a single viewer here, to broadcasting watchdog Ofcom saying the word is racist. Eamonn made the remark on an ITV daytime show in July, so this isn't even recently. During a discussion about the Duchess's request for privacy with reporter Lenny Liu, who is in Canada, the TV host said, "If you have an uppity attitude, you're only through the door 2 minutes and suddenly you're sitting at Wimbledon and your royal protection is saying no photographs, no photographs. You do know. If that was somebody in Canada, you would be writing that they're right up their own backside." The Cambridge English Dictionary's definition of an uppity person is someone who behaves in an unpleasant way because they think they are more important than they really are. And that is how it's understood in this country. However, historically the word was used in the US in the 19th century as an insult to black people who didn't know their place. According to the Daily Mail, following the broadcast, the complainant, bear in mind we're talking about a single person here, also wrote to ITV's head of diversity, Ed Rawcliffe, who responded to the viewer explaining that Eamonn was unaware of the history of the term uppity and how it could be interpreted. A spokesperson for ITV told the Daily Mail at the time of the broadcast in July, Eamonn Holmes was unaware of the history of a particular usage of the term uppity and how it could have been interpreted when describing Meghan Markle. Eamonn was using the term to describe what he interpreted as arrogance, and that's how it's understood in this country. However, in a statement to HuffPost UK, the broadcaster denied reports that the presenter had been reprimanded, insisting it was simply a point of learning. It is absolutely untrue to state that Eamonn was reprimanded in any way for his use of language, an ITV spokesperson said. The conversations with Eamonn and the production team involved an explanation of the possible interpretation of the word on the basis of a single complaint made to the channel following the broadcast. Therefore, this was a point of learning on the wider term, not a rebuke. The broadcaster also denied reports that it had banned use of the word. HuffPost UK has contacted Eamonn Holmes' rep for further comments. And there's no more on that. Here's my question. A single complainant, one person. Why did ITV even bother having a discussion about this? Why did they waste time even discussing this over one complaint? This should never have been a story. This should be a non-issue. There should have been a note taken of the complaint, but that should be it. The fact that, they would actually summon Eamonn Holmes to discuss it. It may not be a reprimand, but it indicates that they are giving some weight to a single complainant. And I find that very troubling for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's an import of Americanized political correctness, so the term might have more sensitive connotations over there. But different countries have different contexts, and what is gratuitously offensive in one country may not be in another country. In Britain, uppity has always been understood to be an arrogant person. It's a pejorative term for someone who's, like the Oxford English Dictionary says, thinks too highly of themselves. So I really take issue with us adopting Americanized terms. I mean, we're seeing this a lot in British media of late. For example, another one is so-and-so shut down this person. What the hell does that mean, shut down? Because they had a different point of view? We need to stop these Americanizations and reclaim British English. If something is offensive in British English, then that's a different issue. But this also presents the false notion that, oh, black people are outraged by Eamonn Holmes, yet clearly they don't care. No one cares, except this one sad person who has too much time on their hands. I mean, Ofcom, as an organisation, this is an organisation that gives the green light to CGTN and RT to promote blatant propaganda in this country, and yet it's wasting time with something like this. Just it's troubling to say the least. So even if Holmes wasn't reprimanded, the very fact that this became a story is telling in itself. Now, some people might say, "Oh, well, the Daily Mail has an agenda; they aren't showing the whole picture." But this shouldn't even have been a story, and it became a story because ITV wanted to discuss it with Holmes. So it may not be a reprimand, but it shows that they're still taking one complaint seriously. One complaint. I just find that incredible. One complaint.